Hey guys, it's Brody again. Um, come back with my third video in this series for beginners. Um, this one's going to be talking about strings, and that includes what kind of strings to get, the tunings of the strings, that kind of thing. And then also, I'm going to teach you basic how to actually play a note. All right, it's going to be a short video. Don't worry, it's going to be probably 2.5 minutes, maybe. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Now, on a guitar, on a standard acoustic guitar, you're going to have 6 strings, all right? That's like whenever old people refer to a guitar as a 6 string, that's why. Um, so starting here at this fattest string up the top, all right? This is the low E string, all right? And I know when I say low, people are like, why do you call it low? It's at the top of the guitar, you know? We're talking about the pitch. When we talk about the low E, we talk about pitch, all right? So here that it's really low. So that's the low E, okay? This is an A string. All right, this is the G, or I'm sorry, the D. This is the G. This is the B. Then this is the high E. All right, sorry, you can see my dog right there. Doopy. But anyway, sorry about that. Um, so those are not only the string names, all right, because anytime somebody says, the D string, you're gonna know it's this one, right? So it goes E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, it's not only the names of the string, that's also the tuning for the strings. All right, tuning is very vital to playing a guitar. All right. Um, it's actually like that for any string instrument. Your tunings have to be very precise. All right. Um, with a guitar, standard tuning is the same name as the strings that I just mentioned. All right. So when I say E string, that's actually you tune that string to E. All right. All right. Same thing with the A, D, G, B, and E. All right. That's all the actual notes that you're playing. All right. Um, so that's the standard tuning, okay? So anytime if you're learning a song that says standard tuning, you know what that means now. Congratulations. Um, there are many other tunings. There's a lot of other tunings. They get kind of weird. But you just have to learn. Once you learn standard, you can pretty much play whatever you want for the most part. Anyway, these now one question I get a lot from my friends is what type of what brand of strings do I need? Um, and that really depends on what kind of a player you are. Um, Me personally, I like heavy gauge strings, either medium gauge or heavy. I like the heavier gauge. That's because I think it has a lot louder sound, a lot more deep, rich kind of sound to it. Um, However, if you're new to guitar, you might want to stick with light gauge. Um, this is because they're easier to push down. They won't hurt your fingers as bad, and they still have a good sound. It's just different, it's just a higher pitched kind of sound. Um, so basically how you actually play a guitar, all right, how you actually get different sounds out of guitar. Move this down a little bit. Um, Remember in my last video we talked about the frets, all right? If you haven't seen that video, then you definitely need to go back and watch it, all right? These frets are the black places in between, right? In between these bars. Now what you got to do is if I said play the first fret, all right? It's the first fret, right? Because the nut is 0. This is the first, all right? Said play the first fret on the E string, which is the top one, right? It's the one right here that my finger's on. If they said to play that, what's the difference between just playing it open and doing that? I'm actually pressing down, right? And I know it's kind of obvious, but you know, whatever. What you got to do is as you press it down, right? Press it down hard, all right? You don't have to press it down to where you're gonna like, you know, hurt your finger, I guess, but you have to press it down until you can hear a clear sound out of it, all right? A lot of times when people, especially when you're a beginner, when you start playing, you'll go to press down something and you won't be able to because the string's like too thick or your hand just isn't quite strong enough yet. Um, it'll sound like this. You'll mute it, or it might like buzz, which is like that. You don't want either of those. You want to press it down to where you can get a good sound out of it. All right. And that's basically how it is on all of them. If they said the G string on the 5th fret, all right, you're gonna look for your G string. Remember we said E, A, D, G. All right, it's the 3rd one from the bottom, right? You're gonna go on that string, and I don't remember which fret I said. I think I said the 5th. Anyway, let's say I said the 5th. You're gonna go to the 5th fret on the G string, and you're gonna push down until you can hear that sound, right? Okay, and that's how you play, all right? Um, as you get into chords and that kind of thing, which is actually my next video, as you get into chords, you're going to start pressing down multiple strings, and that's how you get actual like good sounding sounds, right? So for example, this is a G chord. You can hear, all right? It's that kind of thing, right? So anyway, check out my last video if you didn't see it. It's the basic anatomy and that kind of thing. Teach you about the frets and that kind of thing. My next video is going to be on basic chords, your major and minor chords. And that's it for this video. All right. Sorry I ran over a little bit on the time. I said about 2.5 minutes, and it's been 7.5 now. Sorry. But don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment if you have any questions. If I wasn't clear about something, let me know. If you have a song that you want me to teach, if you have any suggestions for how I can teach better, or anything like that, just let me know, alright? So this is Brody Zimmer signing off.